Welcome to the first episode of B2B with Ross and Bella. As you can see here, I am Bella.
I'm Rossi.
And if you're listening, thank you. First of all, we're new to this. We've never done a podcast before, and we just want this to be really, really fun. This is honestly something we've been talking about for probably like 2 years now.
At least.
Yeah,
sure.
and it honestly started as a drunken
hammered conversation, absolutely blasted. But
you know, one of those business plans that form, and
late night.
It definitely kept coming up until it was one of those things where I was like, wait, why not? Let's actually do it. So here we are. We're literally doing it, and we've been working hard on this. Honestly, just making sure that it's everything that we hope it becomes. And what is that? Let's talk about it. So we want this to be a look into the world of not just house music, but nightlife, entertainment. We live in Miami. We're partying. We're having fun. We have amazing people and friends in our lives that have inspired us.
Beyond belief.
Yeah.
Literally beyond belief.
And we're just excited to share that and kind of like take you, if you're listening, behind the scenes, right? So just what goes on, funny stories. We want to laugh. We don't want this to be anything too serious. And also, we don't know what the hell we're talking about half the time. So this is also a learning experience. We want to come away, understanding how things work behind the scenes. I mean, 2 years ago, I literally did not know what techno was.
Yeah, we would ask all of our friends. Literally any time that a fucking track dropped, we would look at our friend Michelle and be like, is this techno? Is this techno?
It became
no.
my coined phrase for a while. We would be at a festival, like insert festival name here, and I would be like, is this techno yet?
So with that being said, like, this is lighthearted. We are not claiming to be fucking experts. We're not claiming
Definitely
to be industry insiders. We're not claiming to be anything. We're not even claiming to have a good fucking sense of music. Like, if you looked at my Spotify Warped for 2023, you would literally maybe stab me. It's so bad. And maybe that'll come up on a later episode because it's pretty fucking embarrassing.
We can't even expose who his number one top listened to artist is until we at least have like 5 listeners. Because otherwise that might
maybe
sway
if
you
we
guys.
get to 100 listeners, we'll tell them who my number one artist is.
We'll have a top artist reveal and you guys might unfollow.
Yeah, that may fucking bring us back a notch or two.
So, okay, what can you expect from B2B, the podcast? Well, we are not going to have too many of these one-on-one type of episodes,
this
but
is our pilot for
definitely will be a little bit more of just Ross and Bella content, just us shooting the shit. But expect lots of really fun interviews with people, that we are just so in awe of, like people our age that have just made the craziest like lives and success for themselves and have opened up a whole world to us that we like didn't know existed, honestly.
Right.
And that has brought us to different countries, different cities, made so many friends for us.
Offered
just people,
some of the coolest experiences that we've had throughout our lives, for sure. It's going to be long conversational style interviews, right, from here on out after today's pilot, with DJs, producers, their agents, their managers, the sort of movers and shakers behind the scenes that are really enabling
the party
those crazy 5,000, 10,000 person shows you see, those festivals, those headliners, right? Who's on their team that actually enables it to all happen. And so, yes, it'll be music focused, but I think, as we continue on this journey, it's going to be also entertainment industry oriented. So I think it's going to be pretty wide ranging going forward.
We don't want these to be like, those dry interviews where they're like, okay, where did you come from? And like, how did you get here? It's like, no, we want to know who you are. I
want to know who you fucking bitch.
We want to know who are in your DMs
I want to know whose titties you sucking on.
What? Cut that. Okay. Maybe not that, but we aren't holding anything back. Okay, this is just gonna be raw, uncut, hopefully for the most part, unless Ross does some really crazy shit, but uncut and you know, just lots of laughs. That's really what we're here for, is the laughs. I mean, if you've ever been around Ross in any type of environment when he's had a few drinks, he's outrageous, and we need that energy here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see if we can cater that fucking energy into this room, but I hope so.
So if you love dancing, if you love music, if you love partying, or if you literally are just wondering how the fuck we're always backstage and what we're doing, welcome. We're going to take the ride together. Yeah. And again, thanks so much for listening if you are. So let's fucking get into it, Ross.
All right.
Who are
Belly.
you? Who are you?
My name's Ross. Who am I? I mean, I work in the health tech industry. I'm a fucking product manager.
Sick.
Super, super sick. But apart from that, I'm a fucking music enthusiast. I like to have a fucking good time. I think that comes off when we are in that sort of nightlife environment. And I'm a silly fucking boy. Like, silly let's goose. Just be completely honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm not anybody, but I'm someone.
A really silly goose is what you are. My name's Bella. I am also a normal ass fucking person. We're both from Buffalo, New York, but we live in Miami now, and we've lived in Miami for, well, me 5 years, Ross and I together 3 years. And yeah, our life definitely has transformed over the years, but
I love it here though. Like, I never thought I would live in Miami. It's the exact polar opposite from Buffalo, from where we were born and raised. And it's showed us a lot. It showed me that there's pretty much endless opportunities in this fucking world, because when you come from Buffalo, sometimes you can be a little narrow-sighted. You can't really see some of the things that you see in Miami. So I fucking love it here. Yeah,
me too. Miami is our fucking city, and we love it so much.
Are we ever leaving?
I don't want to. Do you?
I don't want to leave. I don't know where else we would go. Like, obviously, I lived in Chicago for 6 years, have some of my best friends in the world in Chicago, but I don't know. Would you go back? Would you
to Chicago?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I love Chicago, but part of why I left Buffalo is because of the weather. And so for me to move to...
This girl has the worst seasonal depression on the planet.
Don't expose me. I mean, I think everyone does. And the thing is, I think people in Buffalo, they think that that's just like the way of life. It's like something that you just buckle down and you get through the winter, but it's like, wait, no, you really don't have to live that way. You could wake up every day and see the warm warm sun and the beautiful ocean.
Glistening ocean.
I mean, yes, we're very fortunate. Not everyone can wake up and see the ocean, but you don't actually have to live in a cold, shivery, brittle-boned place.
Brittle-boned. Yeah, I mean, for the first, what was it, 20 years of my life, I just thought 9 months out of the year you had to be a little fucking caveman.
Yeah, I know. But also, I don't want this to come across as we're hating on Buffalo. No. We absolutely love Buffalo. Absolutely. It definitely made us who we are, because not saying that we have a drinking problem, but that city has a drinking problem. Those people know how to party crazier than most people. I mean, why are the bars open till 4 a.m. in Buffalo, New York?
Why were we 16 in high school, literally going out on Thursdays till 4 a.m., showing up at class at 8 a.m. like, whoa, what the fuck happened last night? Literally 16.
No, I know. Insane. I literally remember I was in like...
Shout out Bottoms Up and Encore.
7th or 8th grade. I don't even know if this is like okay to say, but I definitely...
It's not 7th grade.
No, I think I was like in 8th grade, because I was not even at like... the high school. Like, we had a separate school that we were in, and I know I was at that school.
That's called elementary school.
No,
middle school.
No, we had like a swing school, because our school was getting remodeled, and that was like in 7th and 8th grade. And I remember being at the swing school. I remember showing up hungover to school in 7th or 8th grade, and that's like not normal. I was like, oh my God, guys, I went out so hard last night. I went to the Kings of Leon concert and I got kicked out, which is true story. I actually did.
So yeah, I think Buffalo may have a little bit of a drinking problem. That's fine. That set us up very well to move down to Miami and continue to have a drinking problem.
No, well, anyway.
We don't have a drinking problem at all.
But anyway, so why don't we talk about how we met?
You want to kick us off, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
Okay, background. Bella and I are dating. We've been dating close to 4 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is fucking insane.
That's really crazy.
She was like the hot bitch in high school, the top tier fucking cat pussycat walking around.
Yeah.
And completely out of my league, fucking levels and levels above my league. I had the worst haircut maybe on the planet. I was a little chubby boy. I would walk around with mustard on my fucking face and shirt.
Mustard boy.
Literally mustard boy.
You definitely
all over
picked your boogers and flicked them and ate them.
Probably as
Still
a freshman.
Still do.
Okay, don't make me get into boogers because I saw something the other day.
Conversation's over. Okay, next.
What was it? Was it in the bathtub?
None of that.
So yeah, we met like right after high school, and I was immediately fucking head over heels in love. She was drop dead gorgeous, and I wanted a piece of that thing, and I couldn't get it. And because I couldn't get it, I essentially set my mission to be as good and as close of a friend as humanly possible to you. And that is definitely where we started. But literally the first day we met, we were at a mad decent block party.
Oh my God.
Shout out Diplo, you fucking legend.
Oh my God. We went to Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto.
I think that was my first music festival.
It was not mine. I was a big
You were a wook before
already.
You could even walk.
I was a wook while I was sucking my mom's teats. But I'm not a wook anymore. Let's say that.
We love wooks.
And so Buffalo to Toronto is only like a 2-hour drive. We went up to Toronto with some of our closest friends. I remember meeting you at the pregame. I was like, shit. And then we got to the festival. I think you're a little bit of a rookie at shows.
I was.
At festivals. And you were definitely having a good time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, the environment hit you and you're like, hold up. I do not feel good right now. I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And so
I got super overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, the music's too much.
Oh, something was too much.
I was literally just like, I don't know. I was like, I need air. I need space. I have to get out of this crowd. Like, I don't know what's about to happen to me. And Ross, who I just met literally hours before.
I said, come on, baby. I'll take you out of here.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'll help you. And I was like, Angel. Yeah. So he led me out of the crowd. And we like sat against a fence and we're just like talking. And I was like, the takeaway was that you were just the sweetest, nicest, most caring guy. And I just knew we would be friends. So we really clicked that day. And then not us holding hands. And then we were like, okay,
very demure.
I had a boyfriend at the time, actually. Not demure. We're removing demure from our dictionaries.
Roll it back.
It hit hard for a moment, but anyway. Going back to this. So I had a boyfriend at the time. No offense, Ross, was not very sexually attracted to at the moment, but I really loved his character. And so we kept in touch. We would, text all the time, definitely hung out. We had mutual friends. And that leads us to the unfollowing. So, all right, we go to the festival. We become good friends. Over the next 2 years, our friendship blossoms. I literally follow her to Europe. You were doing what? Not a residency. She was going pre-med, which is crazy. We'll get into that maybe at some other time. But Bella wanted to be a doctor at some point. Now she is a doctor of vibes. She's a surgeon. She knows how to sew them up. Where were you? You went to Spain? Yeah, I did this
what was it? It was a behind-the-scenes look into what doctors do in Spain.
Basically, and it was northern Spain. And northern Spain, they speak a different dialect. It's crazy. It's a different world. And so I was in this tiny little town called Pontevedra. Never learned Spanish.
Pontevedra. We live in Miami. Bella can speak a little bit of Spanish. I'm such a fucking
I swear I can
gringo.
only speak Spanish when I'm drunk.
It's so
when
bad.
When I am drunk,
oh my God,
I am
so
a
bad.
fucking Spanish señorita.
You're bilingual.
songbird.
You're fully bilingual.
I can make my way through anywhere.
Yeah, I can't. I know hola. I know como estás. I don't even know what that means, but I know it.
You don't know what como estás means?
Have a good day. Is it not what it? Como estás? What are you doing?
How are you?
What are you doing? How are you? That's the same.
Bien, ¿y tú? Okay, anyway, I had this lovely idea. This was my first time over the pond by myself. We were like 18, right? Or maybe not, like 20.
20.
And I was like, this is my opportunity to do my Euro Girl summer. And so I was already out there for an educational purpose. Like, what's it going to be to add a couple extra cities to the end? So I I was like, okay, guys, we're actually doing a full Euro trip. So we went to Paris, Amsterdam, Ibiza.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, I followed her to Europe. I had a huge crush on her, and I think we got caught up on that for a second, but like that brings us to the unfollowing, the great unfollowing, right?
Okay,
so we had a wonderful relationship as best friends. Her boyfriend definitely thought that there was something extracurricular going on, but there wasn't at all. You wouldn't kiss me.
No.
I wanted her to kiss me.
I'm a good girlfriend.
Okay.
Loyal.
And I go to college. She's still dating her boyfriend. I get a girlfriend at college. And she was cut from a little bit of a different cloth, we could say. She definitely didn't necessarily like all the things that I like and all the things that you like. Yeah. And one day I was like, oh, like, you know, I love Bella. She's one of my closest friends. I might as well show my girlfriend like who my best friend in Buffalo is. And so I pulled up
big problem.
I pulled up Bella's Instagram,
Bad
like,
idea.
you know, booty pics and all. And I was like, hey, this is my best friend in Buffalo. And she goes, unfollow her fucking immediately.
First thing she sees is
Unfollow her
my
immediately.
giant ass in her face. She's like, this isn't your fucking friend, Ross.
I go, no, we've never done anything. We've never kissed. She's like, unfollow her immediately. So
that's when I was showing ass on the gram.
showing ass.
Big time. Showing ass on the gram.
Okay, but I unfollowed you. I think, did you continue to follow me?
I did. I didn't notice he had unfollowed me for like
That brings us
months.
to 3 years ago during COVID. We're back home in Buffalo. I'm single. You're single. We start hanging out. The energy is still sort of there. We still realize that we were
you
close
skipped
friends.
an important part.
What?
When I saw your glow up.
Oh, yeah.
So Ross had a glow up. We will insert photo here of your LinkedIn. He had a major glow up. This man's was nerd. And he went to, you know, a little cutie. And I saw a video he made, like my friend made this birthday video and I saw it and I go, oh, Ross is looking good. I was like, okay, maybe. Let me think about that a little bit. And then, yeah, when COVID happened, we were all in the same place. I'm like, let's get the gang back. And then, you know, one thing led to another. And I swear to God, 2 months later, we were dating, moving in together because we could fast forward the whole friendship making.
I literally knew everything about you. You knew everything about me.
Yeah.
I knew your exes. I knew all of it. And like, that's actually, I find to be very important.
Oh, yeah.
To
And
the
not
success of
to
our relationship.
get too far into this. This isn't a dating podcast by any means, but there is something to be said about dating a friend. Like, that is a really good segue into a long-lasting relationship because you already know who that person is. Like, they're not putting up any fake shields of like, I'm this perfect person. Then you discover that later on.
I know it all.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know it all about me.
Yeah.
So, all right. So obviously we got caught up there in our relationship a little bit, but this is not about us, right? Going forward, it's going to be about our guests and whoever we bring in, and we want to learn more about them. And ultimately, all of our guests are going to be music or in entertainment industry related in one way or another. Yeah,
we're not going to expose or share any secrets of who's coming on. It's got to stay tuned for that and subscribe. But it's going to be some fun people, some really cool people, and we're excited to see what they have to say. But anyway, I mean, why are we
okay, I'm sorry.
What the fuck? You definitely have to cut that out, I think. No one wants to hear you burping in their goddamn ear. Anyway, so we got into this scene and it really is its own world. Like, it expands beyond just like music festivals in person. It's like once you're in it, you start meeting so many people and everyone knows each other. And like there's a whole land on Twitter of like all of these people. Like my whole Twitter feed is literally just house music, DJ shit. And it's
ecosystem.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's its own community and universe. And that's the thing. It's the best community. It's like the people
so fucking
are
cool.
the coolest. Everyone's just down. They're like good energy. It's like
I feel like you'd think there's a lot of like douchebags and a lot of stuck up people in the scene,
not at all.
But there really like isn't. I mean,
honestly,
there's a couple here and there, but like honestly, being a douchebag, being stuck up, I feel like from what we've seen doesn't necessarily.
No, there's
get you
just
anywhere.
like no room for that in the community. It's like no one wants those vibes. But that's like when you go to a music festival. Have you ever seen a fight at a music festival?
Yes, I've seen horrible
No, not
fights.
at like
Yes.
not at.
I've seen some big ass fucking fights at music festivals.
What music festival?
Lollapalooza. Okay,
I'm clearly talking about music festivals like ARC or like 3
fights
points.
happen,
like,
yes, they happen. But with that being
or
said,
at Space, have you ever seen a fight break out at Space?
I've never seen a fight at Space.
No,
Shout
because
out Space.
people are on their good vibe shit.
People are you walk into, if you're embedded in like a show, if you're at Space, you're on the dance floor, like it feels like a full-on family affair.
Exactly.
Like I met, shout out Mr. Phil. Happy birthday, Phil.
Happy birthday, dude.
One of our best friends' birthdays today. We're going to celebrate after this. But I met some of my best friends at Space. Like you literally just, everybody's there for a common interest. Everybody's there to have fun. Everybody's there for the music. And like it's very hard to have a bad time or to be a dick or to get in a fight, if you will, at a show or at a club like that. Yeah.
But I think like your time in Chicago is kind of what like opened that world to us, because your friends are just sick, and like Jakey was fucking DJing.
Happy birthday,
when
Jakey,
you were
too.
in college, and like we were able to just meet so many fun people through that. Like literally some of our best friends now, and I think we already kind of said this, but it's just a new world that we absolutely love and cherish. And so that's why we're like, what?
Yeah, I think we have an interesting
What can we
angle.
talk about? We are the two bing bongs that just go along for the ride. Like, let's talk some shit about just what we're doing.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, is we're not necessarily invested in the scene, if you will. Like our jobs aren't in the scene. We're not DJs. We're not necessarily anything, but some of the things we get to see, some of the people we get to meet, some of the conversations we get to have are just really, really interesting and really cool. And like that's what I'm most excited about this podcast, is the fact that it's going to be a journey, that we're going to meet new people, that we're going to learn new things, and I'm like super, super stoked for that.
Yeah, maybe someone can tell me what techno is.
We know about it now.
So yeah, I mean, there was a time where I literally hated house music. I would be like, words only, please. I was living at 11. 11 was my sanctuary.
Ratchet.
I was quite ratchet. And honestly, no hate to 11.
Yeah. Very fun place.
It is impossible not to have fun at 11. But I look back and I'm like, how the fuck was I going to 11 maybe 2 or 3 times a week and functioning? At least I thought I was functioning. But now, oh no. I actually get
when was the last time we went to
anxiety.
11?
I don't know. It's been months and months and months. I've even had opportunities. That's how you know I've grown as a person, because I've had opportunities to go and I've said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to go.
When was the last time you went? I think the last time I went was when, I don't know.
The last time
I literally don't know.
Can remember going was like some Buffalo people were in town, and it was like, it wasn't Flo Rida. Who's another?
It was Flo Rida.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Yes, it was.
It was
absolutely
else.
Flo Rida. That's who you saw.
Oh, it was. Okay, because it was like I was like, oh, Flo Rida. No, dude. The amount of songs that he has that are absolute bangers that took me back. I was singing my heart out all night and actually had the best time ever. But anyway, I mean, I remember I lived in Miami for about 3 years before Ross moved, and I had gone to Space maybe once or twice. And then we got into a stage of our life where we were literally going every single weekend. Like my little brother, he is like 20 years old. He's like, bro, you think you're sick? You're going to Space every weekend? I was like, yeah,
I do think actually.
I'm sick. Like,
it's so fucking fun. Those Spaces.
Show me a more fun place.
It's closed right now. How long has it been closed for? 2 months? And thank God it was closed, because we were on an absolute hot street. And we literally saw it was closed. And we were like, okay, this is good. It's going to allow us to recollect a little bit.
Yeah.
But they open in, what's today? The 24th?
I think they're opening in September.
A couple weeks.
I mean, we don't know that for sure, but we think they are. We have some inside knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think they're opening pretty soon. It's going to be fun to see what it looks like.
Lucas was like, they're at the club more than I am.
Yeah. He was like, I guarantee I'm going to see you anytime I come, which is not something I'm proud of, but it's just the most fun environment. It's like, if you're coming to Miami and you're looking for a fun night out, whether it's just with your friends or for like a bachelorette party, like you actually can't go wrong going to Space, whether you like house music or not. It is it is an oasis. We are the biggest space stands in the world.
I'm a stan.
It's just so great.
You're a stan.
Yeah.
We all are stans.
So yeah, we love space.
Stan,
But I
ladies.
mean, Ross, you used to actually be like a fucking head-banging dubstep lover boy.
Yeah. That is like where I was introduced into festivals. That's where I was introduced into like the music scene in general. I'll never forget Electric Forest 2015, I think, was probably my first festival, and we were going for Excision, we were going for Subtronics, Tipper, all that crazy shit. I just liked it more. Like at that point in my life, I wanted to fucking rage as hard as I can. I guess like the equivalent, obviously there's still a huge fucking bass head scene, a huge crazy music scene in general, but like the raging that I want to do is like the Travis Scott raging, like when you're there to like literally work out and mosh and like sweat and get on a rail and headbang. And that's shocking. What all my friends were into as well at the time, like me and all the Chicago homies. That's what we would go to. Like house music wasn't necessarily in the scene for us personally.
Definitely was,
and
but you
no, for us personally. And then I remember when all of them started to sort of like progress into house music, I just like didn't love it that much. I thought it was like so boring. I thought it was wordless, if you will.
Yeah.
I thought that it was repetitive. And then what was it that brought me into it? I literally think it was like Pauza. Was it Pauza?
No, I mean, no, you were loving it so much earlier than that. Like Pauza was like the first DJ that you were like obsessed with, but it was definitely like in our lives way before that. But I think it's one of those things where if you go to your first show, you're with your friends, the DJ's killing it. It's like the energy, the vibe, the way that it makes you feel. It's like you don't need words. You're just dancing.
It's not that it's wordless. There's so many different genres of house music in general.
Right, but dancing is just dancing is so fun, and like it makes you dance. You can't be still if you're listening to it, and I feel like it's just a vibe. It's just so fun.
Yeah, it is. I fucking love it.
Speaking of, we are going to ARC next week. Crazy
ARC Music Festival in Chicago.
Crazy lineup. One of the best lineups I've seen in a minute.
We have a lot of friends playing too.
Yes, we do. And we went to ARC before about two years ago, and it was like so much fucking fun. But we're going again this year. Great and festival. Honestly, I want to talk about something that I have been feeling recently. So I've been getting like anxiety about partying and like going to music festivals because it's such a fucking back-to-back bender weekend, and it's like you're waking up, you're going at like 2, 3, 4, and you're on your feet all day, and then there's afters. The festival is from like 2 to 10, but then there's like the craziest after parties I've ever seen. Every single night, starting Thursday, ending Sunday.
We're not going out Thursday, though. Yeah, agree on that?
Genuinely just don't have it in me. Like, when I go hard, I can't recover. Ross will be back at his desk on a Monday, tapping away like crazy, and I just physically can't do that. And so
I feel bad after a weekend like that. You're definitely in bed. Like
I'm in bed for 3 to 5 business days,
calling off work as much as possible. And
maybe we don't say that, but I literally can't function.
It's not good for you.
No, it's not, and I can't function. And it takes me at minimum 3 full days to even feel like a remnant of what I once was.
A remnant.
Yes, and I genuinely a crumb, and my brain can't even work anymore. And it's like, okay, get it together. This isn't like what you want to be doing. So, if anyone has ideas of like how to go and be in an environment like that, but not go balls to the wall, I'm open to it because I want to go and have fun, but it's like I mean, when I went to Coachella, guys, I ran a marathon in steps.
In one day.
Literally.
In one day, right? In one day.
I think I did over 100 miles.
Yeah. No, you did over 70 miles in 3 days.
I will put like a screenshot of my health app at the end of Coachella. It was jarring.
You did like over a marathon.
It was jarring. And it's like, regardless of if you're boozing or not, or partying in any capacity, that's a lot on your body. And then to go to sleep and wake up, probably not get a good night's rest and do it all again. It's crazy what people do for partying.
Yeah, it can be a lot, but I think overall, like, we are pretty smart about it. We'll have our fair share of fun. Absolutely, we'll have our fair share of fun, but we're not full on gremlins. I wouldn't say we're gremlins. No. I would say we try to get a good night's sleep.
Gremlins, no.
Never. We get a good night's sleep. We don't take it to the nth degree.
No, never. But
sometimes
I will say I would like to share some of my party tips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you want to hear some?
Yeah, I do.
So when I was in my ratchet days, I was obsessive about activated charcoal. So I would get these little what is it? I don't know if I have to start doing this now because I'm on a podcast.
You just got charcoal.
Nothing I say is medical advice. This is things that I've done and I don't know if they work or not. But I went through a phase where I had these little charcoal tablets and I would dissolve them into
toothpaste?
No. Do you hear me? Activated charcoal. It's black powder from like burnt coconuts and it's in a capsule. Okay. And I would open the capsule. I'm actually telling you right now Sorry. I do. So sorry. You open the capsule into a bottle of a water bottle and shake it up and then I would chug it. So I was hydrating, but also
you were just drinking burnt coconut?
No, the point of charcoal is it's supposed to like absorb toxins in your body. And so in my head and what I had read or saw somewhere is like, this is going to absorb whatever toxins you get from boozing and you're not going to be hungover. And I swore by it. Like I would not go out and party without drinking charcoal. And
Did it work?
It kind of fell off. I personally think it worked. I haven't done it recently.
I don't think you've ever done it.
Well, now I'm like a supplement queen. I spend hundreds.
She doesn't, by the way, guys, she doesn't let me have her supplements and I'm a little salty about it.
Yes. And let me explain why. When you get a bottle of supplements,
don't you want your fucking significant other to feel just as good as you feel?
No, because it's a bottle of 30. So you're supposed to take one a day.
Do you? No, we only take them when we're partying though.
Okay, whatever. I don't like sharing because they're really expensive. And so I'm stingy with my suppies.
That's fine.
It's okay though. But I got a guide from like when we were going to Coachella, one of the friends we were going with had a literal dictionary of supplements from like a Burning Man person. And I spent like at least $250 on getting about 10 different supplements and I was religiously taking them. Like before Coachella, Ross can testify, I had like my little concoctions. I had like 10 pills. I was taking them at different times.
The funny part about supplements is they literally make your pee look like yellow Gatorade. As soon as you take them, they're so fast acting. It's within 20-30 minutes. You go to take your next pee, you're pissing fucking LED. The shit that's in the fucking LED
You're pissing LED lights.
You're pissing LED lights.
No, it's actually scary. It's scary, but it's like, okay.
But it's good for you. Is it? Does that mean you're dehydrated?
Well, the funny thing about it is it means you're just pissing it all out.
Cool.
But I think that they work. I mean, if they didn't work,
we felt good.
Who knows?
Dude, after Coachella, I've never had like such a good recovery, and maybe that did stem from the suppies that you were giving me.
You can't deny the effects of just being hydrated and having electrolytes.
We're big water people. We're huge water people.
Yes. Before I go to bed, if I am drinking in any capacity, I will chug as much water as I can fit in my body, and I also will take either like a Party Smart supplement, a Purple Tree, like these are all these different supplements for like detoxing, anti-hangovers, and whether they work or not, I tell myself that they do. And I think even if it's placebo effect, like great, I need it. But also magnesium.
Oh, the sleeping stuff?
Well, no, not melatonin. Magnesium is just
I thought
good for
magnesium
recovery.
was for sleeping as well though.
Yes, it can relax you. It can relax you. So yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
What are we doing this next month? Let's give a little itinerary here.
So we are going to Europe, and honestly,
okay. Today we're celebrating our friend's birthday.
Yeah.
We have a little yacht day, Miami things.
Yeah, Miami things.
Are you nervous about that?
That's another thing I'm a little having party anxiety about, because again, it's like 9 hours and you're just on a boat in the middle of the ocean having to party.
The
thing is, I've had this is truly a character arc for me. Like the way that I would be obsessed with going on a yacht like 2 years ago and be like, I need to party. And now I'm like, I don't want to go. It's so crazy. But I think that that's just growing up.
Oh yeah.
I really think that not everyone, but there is a big trend as a society leaning towards sobriety and like prioritizing your health and wellness more than anything else. And like, I'm so behind it, but I'm still navigating it. And I think a lot of people are navigating it just like, I don't want to stop doing the things that make me happy. I don't want to like remove myself from my social life, but also I want to be able to do so in a way where I don't have to feel like absolute garbage rat tomorrow, and like I can still function. And so
you're good about it.
That's something I'm working on. And I think
to each their own, because like
I'm open to
we're
whatever.
different people, and we handle that shit completely differently. I definitely feel fortunate in the sense that I can go on a little weekend like next weekend at ARC and wake up on Monday and literally be ready to hit the Peloton as hard as fucking
maybe
possible.
Maybe not for long.
What do you mean?
The older you get, the harder it is.
All right, well, let's not. And so whatever. This weekend we're doing that boat today, which I'm excited for, and then next weekend is ARC. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, afters Friday, afters Saturday. We have some of our closest friends who are playing.
I'm gonna pull up the ARC
really
lineup.
cool.
Let's talk about who we want to see the most.
All of our homies are playing Saturday. So we're trying to sort of navigate the waters in terms of making sure that we get to see all of our friends fucking crush one of the sickest music festivals in the country right now. And then afters are going to be a lot, but we're here for a battle.
Who are the top 3 artists that you're looking forward to see at ARC?
Number 1, I think we could agree on.
Baza.
Golfos.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Golfos.
We saw Golfos Golfos, for maybe somebody who doesn't necessarily know, is Pazza and Dennis Cruz. 2 DJs that are fucking legends. We saw them at Navy. What was it called?
Brooklyn Navy Yard.
They
rewired my brain and
God.
changed the whole trajectory.
So
of my life.
Chris Stussy opened the night. Maybe didn't open, but he played directly before Golfos, and I was like, me and my buddy Jason, who were there, were like, there's no way. Like, I absolutely fucking love Pazza. We love Golfos, but there's no way like that set's gonna be better than what we just saw, because Stussy absolutely crushed it.
Rip.
Golfos comes on, rewired our fucking membranes.
Guys.
Rewired. Yeah, it was insane.
It's hard for me to even explain. I actually have like PTSD about it in a good way. What's like a positive PTSD? I don't know. But I genuinely like will have flashbacks. And if I hear a song that even sounds like the same vibe that I was feeling at that show, I'm like, this is what they were doing.
There was this track they played and it literally sounded like tin cans being banged together.
I swear I felt like I was at a circus, and it was like, I felt like there were like monkeys like clacking, like doing like smashing pans and like just fucking crazy shit.
There
and I felt
acrobats.
Like my brain was like being pumped with a balloon. No, it was
this
fucking
song
wild.
implanted monkeys doing acrobats in our brains, and we were like, whee!
I feel like people that might have been at the show are gonna be like, what are they actually? When did that happen?
Insert clip.
It was so wild though, and like to this day me and my friends are like, whoa, remember that? Because it was just so good. It was probably one of my favorite sets I've ever seen.
So Golfos, can't fucking wait
for sure. Yeah.
I really want to see, and this is someone we haven't seen before, Beltran.
Yes,
we've been seeing clips of Beltran on Insta.
Oh, also wait, one little thing. We're probably gonna mispronounce the fuck out of a lot of people's names.
Yeah, because we don't fucking know.
So we really don't know how things are pronounced.
Beltran.
I don't know how it's pronounced,
I like
but
Beltran.
he's sick.
Filthy. He's a Brazilian boy making these tracks that are so crazy, so fucking sick. And all of the clips I've seen of his sets are like fucking fun.
Yeah, dude. He has like the most just like vibey, funky ass songs, and they're so fun to dance to. Like I feel like there's
Moonlight.
There's a certain beat or like a certain sound where it's just like you need to throw it back. I need to start shaking my ass. I love it. I love shaking my ass, guys.
No, she doesn't. You don't shake your ass.
What? I'm always like.
Okay, she is like that.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
am. So
Beltran, who's going back to back with Chase West, which is whatever.
Oh my god, I really am excited for that.
Like Chase
I
West
love Chase West's sets a lot too.
Yeah, we've seen him at Floyd. We were with him at Floyd.
He ripped at Floyd.
Yeah, is that the only time we saw him?
I think so.
Yeah.
Who else?
I mean,
of course, we're excited to see Azeka.
Yes.
And her new like party thing, Kosamea, is going to be super fun, doing
Friday
an afters with
afters.
Salute, that's who I'm super excited to see. Salute.
Have you seen Salute?
No, never. I've never seen Salute. I mean, we're literally excited for absolutely every single day. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are absolutely
Friday's
stacked,
lineup's a little weak.
Stacked lineups. I mean, I wouldn't say it's weak. I just think it's
not
like
weak. We aren't as familiar with the artists who are playing Friday.
Because
therefore I
our
say
friends who have great taste in music are like,
yeah, they're so stoked.
Maybe the most excited for Friday, and we're in our friend group chat. They'll be like, "Dude, I'm so excited for like EXO," and I'm like, "I've never heard of that person in my life."
They
and, like,
have turned us on to some of the best music ever.
A single person on this lineup.
Full trusting, right? We trust their music sense 100%.
That's part of what I love about going to music festivals with people who have such great taste or are like selectors or great DJs. It's like, you lead the way and I will follow.
We follow.
Yeah,
I mean, that's our role, is to follow.
You're not going to follow me. I'll be like, let's go to.
Well, the one time that I feel like people followed us was at Coachella, where all we wanted to do is go see Clooney play.
Oh God!
Ballas, hustlers, and ballas, hustlers, and he was wearing a Little Peep shirt, which was fucking legendary because I know he loves Little Peep. Yeah. But that was the one time, and then we were like, okay, let's go.
No hate to Clooney at all, but it was just like
legend.
not my favorite set, and it was like, sorry guys.
That was day one. Day two maybe
but
was different.
I also things like D&B, like I had no idea, and
so fucking fun.
I stumbled
Chasing
upon
Status.
like
Jesus
Chasing
Christ.
Status at Coachella was like one of my most fun sets. It was just like, I get down to that shit. I actually do.
Finger guns. Finger guns.
So yeah, that's a blast. But I'm all
wait.
excited.
When can we go to a D&B show soon?
I mean,
I literally want to go
the place
see Chasing Status
to
again.
is
so
at
fucking
festivals. Bad. I think it's like that's where you can do it, because like they get a little scary if you go to like.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't get scary, but I don't think we would necessarily go like seek out a D&B show at a warehouse or wherever. You know what I mean? But yeah, at a festival would be easier.
And we have to like really study this lineup. I've been trying to load it for about 10 minutes here.
So, okay.
Good service, but
we're doing ARC next weekend.
Yes.
Then we're taking a couple week hiatus.
Yes. And we're going to be
healthy girl and guy shit.
Yes. We're going to be on our healthy shit. Like, we need to build up health, and then we expend the health. And then
we expend it.
And then
we expense it. We do deposits into the health bank, and then we literally
deposit health into our body, and then we pump it the fuck out.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it out. We pump it out heavily.
We shoot it out of our butts.
I literally love shooting shit out of my butt.
Okay, anyway. So we have a fun trip coming up in end of September. We're going to Europe.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a little bit of a trip that came out of some FOMO from missing like Eurogirl summer. I feel like every person I know in my life has been having the best summer ever in Europe. And like, yes, we've been there and done that before, but this year we had to sit it out. And so I was like, you know what? Me being the way that I am, I'm going to fucking get to Europe. And so
should we talk about how we like
so we are
itinerated?
I think I would like to toot my own
we're
horn.
Good travelers.
I'm really good at planning a trip.
Economic travelers.
Yes, we're really good at finding like cheap flights. I will literally spend days and days like searching hotels.
Should we just say the flight that we got to Norway?
Yeah, so we shout out Norse Airlines. We flew Norse Airlines last year to go to Ibiza. Well, to go to Europe, actually, to London.
Yeah.
And it was fine. I mean, I guess it's like the spirit of Europe, but you know what? I'm not beyond spirit.
No, fuck no.
Hell no. So we're still in the phase of life where we're looking for the cheapest flight. Like we will be sitting in fucking coach, and we will be trying to save as much money as possible when it comes to traveling. And
we're fucking good at it.
We're proud.
So we got a nonstop flight, Miami to Oslo, Norway.
Yeah, and that's kind of how the trip began.
$200, literally unheard of.
Literally
price.
insane. And like, yeah, I mean, I hope we make it there, but
we're gonna make it there. So all right, we're doing at the end of September, we're doing Oslo, Norway to Stockholm. We're going to take the train between Oslo and Stockholm. We are then going from Stockholm to Munich for Oktoberfest.
Yes. I feel like I missed out on Oktoberfest in college. I feel like
that's true. I
when
feel
you
like
go.
A lot of people have been there.
One of our friends was on Barstool for this hilarious video at Oktoberfest, like just spending
Insert video.
15 minutes trying to put on his fucking shoe.
So funny. I just feel like shit gets so funny there. But we wanted to go last year when we were in Europe for a friend's wedding, and it just didn't work out that way. But so we're gonna make it to Oktoberfest this year in Munich, and then after that we're gonna go to Beeftown.
Fuck yeah, we had to get Ibiza in. I mean, like,
Ibiza, it's Ibiza.
Ibiza.
I wanna live in a beef town.
Oh, I hate that song. Did you just make that up? Did you just make that up?
No, you know where it's from.
I don't.
It's
like
a good
that
song. But if the proper way to pronounce it is Ibiza, which I don't know where necessarily you get a TH out of a Z.
I'll explain.
If it is the proper way, I wouldn't think it's douchey to call it that, because a sport we play down here is padel, and it's called padel, but in the States it would be paddle, and I call it padel.
I know. The thing is, I wish I was cool enough to call it Ibiza, but I know it would sound like a poser, and I don't want to. I don't want to be a poser. So I literally just call it Ibiza because that's what I've always known it to be. But to answer your question, like the TH sound in Spain, they pronounce the S sound like th. So that's why in Spain, you'll hear them say
They got a pretty bad lisp.
Gracias instead of gracias.
Do they have a lisp?
It's not necessarily a lisp. It's like that's how they pronounce those words. Whereas in Mexico, like people will say gracias, but in Spain it'll be gracias.
Gracias.
And like other things too.
I want to live in Ibiza.
Oh, I have something I wanted to talk about.
Ooski booski.
Have you ever heard of a sus shirt?
Have you? Because I have.
So one of the things we're doing when we go to Chicago for ARC is on Sunday. It's one of our friends' birthdays, and we're doing a sus shirt party. And so this is something we did last year too. It is essentially you show up. And
I like it when you suck on my worms. Okay, sorry. That
he's
inside
getting a
joke.
little too
Inside joke.
silly.
Inside joke. Inside
He's
joke.
getting a little too silly. This
Inside
actually
joke.
often happens with Ross. Is he sometimes crosses the line with his
No, I
silly.
don't. When have I ever crossed the line? What? No, I haven't. No, no.
Anyway, so a sus shirt party is you wear an absolutely outrageous shirt. And the funny thing about this is like people wear these shirts seriously. Like weird middle-aged men.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh my God. When you go to like a beach town and you go in those stores and it's like, my wife loves Trump or some shit, and it's like the craziest shirts you've ever seen. Who shit my pants? And it's literally like a middle-aged man goes bonkers for that.
They're bald though, of course.
Yeah, they have to be bald.
They're
and
so
they're like,
bald.
this shirt's gonna fuck.
This shirt's gonna get all the bitches.
This shirt's gonna get a lot of attention on me.
Trump's gonna fuck my wife if I wear this shirt.
So two years ago, I got the most outrageous shirt.
What did it say?
Fuck, I always forget exactly the wording.
I love it when she pulls on my
It was a
worms.
shirt that had a big bass on it. It was a big fish. So you can already imagine it's like a weird middle-aged fishing man.
I love
that
it when
loves
she
this
tugs
shirt.
I love it when she tugs on my worms, but I love it when she swallows.
No, don't.
That's what
see
it
your
was.
Phone?
I'll
I will
find it right now. I'll find it.
Okay, Ross, what was
Or
your
we
shirt?
could just insert it right here.
Can I see your phone?
My shirt was 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It was a donut and it was like, yeah.
It was
insinuating that. But
Yes.
this year my shirt is fucking hilarious and it says don't play Gorgon City, I'll come.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
I think is like a little trend right now, but I'm gonna
What's a trend about that?
no. The
What is
trend
the trend about
the
that?
trend
Please
right
tell me.
now is like
Coming for Gorgon City all over the
no,
freaking place.
Ross. The trend is don't play blank.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
come.
that is a
And
trend.
like they had
Insert your
shirts
own
on the
thing.
website that were like don't play D&B, don't play techno,
Okay,
don't play
that's
blah.
true.
But I made my own that says don't play Gorgon City because it's just funny. But what shirt are you doing? Oh, your egg shirt.
My egg shirt or a shirt who says who shit my pants.
The
Which
egg
is
shirt.
like, or the goat one. The goat one's ask me about my goat, and then you lift it up.
No, I hate that one.
Why? That's
It's not
like me.
funny.
That's
It's not
me.
giving.
That's totally me.
It's not giving.
It's so demure.
You don't know what demure means, do you?
It means like not ostentatious, but like calm, cool, collected, cute.
Yeah. So how the hell is a shirt that says "Ask me about my goat" demure?
Because it's not ostentatious.
Okay.
I wanna live in Ibiza. Sorry. So sorry.
Found it. I love it when she bends over. Okay, this is crazy. I like it when she bends over, but I love it when she tugs on my worm and swallows.
It was a good shirt. And with that being said, she still wears it to this day.
I wear it daily.
Maybe daily. Literally every night you go to bed,
daily.
you're wearing that shirt.
I'm not kidding. I wear it daily because it's like my sleep shirt now, but then sometimes I'll wake up and like want to take my dog on a walk, and then I realize I'm rocking that shit around town. But it's
not a
okay.
bad thing to rock.
It's sick. So anyway, Cherry Kitten is like,
What's
if
that?
you're ever
What's Cherry
looking,
Kitten?
it's the website that I got the shirt on, and they have outrageous shirts, like really funny little baby tees that just say the most ridiculous shit you
Can
could
we
ever
talk
imagine.
about how I thought a baby tee was just like the size below small?
Ross thought a baby tee was a tee for a baby.
I was convinced. You were talking about you wanted one of the Dirty Disco shirts, and they were like, yeah, baby tees. I was like, oh, that must be like such a small shirt. It's under an extra small. It's a baby shirt.
A shirt made for babies.
But it's actually not. I guess it's a cut of
it's
of shirt.
It's a
cut
fit.
of
A baby
it's a
tee is like a like cute little. They
It's
have
a crop top?
sleeves and it's a crop top. But
It's a crop top.
Yes, but what's important to note is they do have a little sleeve on them, and they're like cute and short.
That is what it is. So, where are you excited going forward? I'm super pumped.
I'm
for
so
this.
excited. This was so
We
fun.
were really nervous about this.
Of course, and we still are, but it's like it is really fun, and I'm excited to actually have someone interesting in here. We could obviously shoot shit, me and you, for a while, but I'm excited for you guys to see who is going to be coming on and talking with us and the stories that we have coming up. So of course, like, subscribe, follow,
like and subscribe.
Our Instagram. I don't even fucking know our Instagram.
What is it?
handle. Beep 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 beep. One
Beep, beep,
second.
beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so our Instagram is at b2b.pod. Follow us there. And if you're wondering how we already have 6,000 followers, it is because
We did not buy them.
we did not buy them, swear to God, but I actually had a foodie account that I had started when I was like 18.
You grew it organically, fully
I grew
organically.
it because it was like the first time I would do it. And then I stopped when I moved, and so I had that
So yeah,
account
don't
that
call
was,
us out on that, but
dormant.
we're gonna get a little head start with followers, hopefully.
Yes.
And thank you so much if you're listening. Let's just fucking see where this goes, huh?
Yeah, and you can listen to this pod or watch this pod
Spotify.
on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere that you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
We are gonna need
Any
your support.
is greatly appreciated.
And so before we go, Ross, why don't you share a song that you've been banging this week?
All right. Moonlight by Beltran,
Oh, it's
Bell,
so
whatever.
good.
It's so fucking good. Moonlight.
so
It's a
good.
banger. Hopefully we get to see him at ARC. And yours would be?
I have two.
Okay.
I've been playing Club, I think it's like Club 04. It's Adam 10 and Mitagami, who I've been really obsessed with, but it came out a while ago. But it's just like has the best fucking bass line on it, and I love it, and I love anything that they do.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me that one on the car at home.
I will. I've been basically playing like Maccabi House random pot or playlist and just finding so many songs that I absolutely love because
Sax.
I just like list, like I'm not like a music.
We're not aficionados. I mean,
No.
we're not aficionados in the sense that
I
we
don't
know
search
everything
for
by any means.
music.
Yeah.
Like I will literally put on a random playlist not knowing anything on it, and then like if I like the song I'll add it, and then I become in love with it. So that's a song I've been playing. Another one, and Ross asked me about this yesterday, is Drugs You Should Try It, because this
the
is
Travis Scott song?
Yes, this is literally one of the best songs ever. Like I have been
the
obsessed
music
with this
we like
song
is very wide ranging.
since I was like
very wide ranging.
18, and it was always on SoundCloud. And I think
Wait,
if
yeah.
you know
How
that
have
song,
I heard
you know.
that? It was on SoundCloud. Is that how I've heard it?
Yes, I would always like play it on SoundCloud, but having it on Spotify now, Travis Scott just put his mixtape on Spotify, and now it's accessible to us, and that song makes me feel things.
Let's
and I
listen to
played
it.
it at like full volume yesterday, and I was like, anyway, so that's what we've been listening to. Share with us what you've been listening to. We want to hear more songs, and also we want to hear your feedback. Like if you hated this, fucking let us know. If you loved it, great, follow. And we'll be back for more. Ooski out.
Ooski booski out.
Bye,
See ya,
guys.
bitches. Bye.
Whee! How'd it feel?
Good. Really good.
How do we stop recording?
It's fine. He'll do it for us. I gotta pee.
Ooh, that was fun.
That was super fun.